Hello, more Starvaders. Happy New Year's, everyone. Yesterday we had a pretty good run on Roxy. I actually had a lot of fun with this one, figuring out the line to take with getting 3 backtracks on top of the normal one. And, of course, the classic of Sonic Boom, Bombermech, and Red Giants is always very fun. Now, here's something I just realized after playing this game for, like, almost a full year now. Sonic Boom looks like this because it's Guile from Street Fighters. I just realized now, and one of his moves is Sonic Boom. I don't know, I think it's kind of crazy that my stupid ass only realized this until now, but hey, let's not worry about that too much. Let's see who we get today. We're currently on a win streak of 5, and if we win again today, that would put us on 6 and put me on my personal best so far in this challenge. So here's hoping. Can't play Zen, because yeah, the last 3 days was Zen, Max, Roxy. Let's try again. Shoot. The cookie cutter Stinger. I think he is, just like Roxy, a bit of a mid-tier. He has access to the Stinger toolkits, he has a decent but not excellent starter kit. Mitochondria shocks a random invader every turn, which means that when we hit that invader, or if it's basically hit by anything, we get an energy. And he starts with a bunch of jabs, a kunai, and then a cleave. And of course 5 dashes. I don't have the most experiences on Shun. I've mostly, I've played the most Kaia out of all the Stingers, and I think that might be it. I don't actually have too much experience on the other ones. I mostly just, finish all their challenges on my main profile. So, I bet there's actually a lot of stuff I haven't figured out with Shun yet. We're gonna do our best to see what we can do today. Alright, Shun Impossible, in we go. Okay, the Eclipse, that is actually very scary. Well, life just got a little bit better with this. I do love me a dodge. I really do. And on top of that, I think, yeah, airlift is very good. Maybe we should just take this. Slice is fine as well, honestly. But yeah, airlift has a lot of implications on you can move enemies, you can move bombs, you can move well, obviously yourself to anywhere on the map. It does a lot. Slice having flow does sound like a good time, to be fair. I want to give this a shot, and we'll see how this goes. Obviously, flow means that you will want chain to enter your hand later in the game, later in the round, not during your first little bit, during the first hand that you draw in the turn, because if you draw later, it will be free. They did, however, make it so that, if you make this card free with flow and you play it and trigger chain, the cost reduction will reset, so you're not getting away with just slicing until the end of time. This is tough. Yeah, I think I'll just take Slice. I think these two will give us a lot of output that Shun usually lacks, and this maybe will enable us to take some harder encounters. We'll see. Okay. I think this is a fairly benign initial encounter. Dark Channel is not obviously it means we cannot make a single mistake, whereas without it we can make one. But it does not increase the amount of output we have to make, and it has some fallen angels, which I'm always a big fan of, because it gives us some opportunities for big payouts. Let's head over to this node and see what we can do. Starting off pretty tough. I think to avoid there being too much pressure piled on us, we should just take out these two Migos. This puts us in this spot, which lets us intercept this shooter plus and this guy next turn. And hopefully then also have the chance to like kill at least one fallen angel. We'll see. But I do think this is the best play for this turn. Hold up. Okay, chain slice might be sauce. Chain slice might be awesome. I don't know. It's only my first turn with it, but it's already doing some pretty awesome things. I'm seeing through the matrix right now, man. I'm looking at this stuff and going like, ooh. 4 mana. If I want to even kill this guy with like a single combo, it's going to be kind of tough. Yeah. I think I'm gonna try to do a little bit of risk management here and not go too hard on that one. I wonder if it's possible to just kill this guy and then kill. Let's see what this gives us first. It is possible, as it turns out, to clear everything else somewhat cleanly. We aren't able to maximize the amount of stars we get this way by like having those big targets sequenced at the end, but I think this is about the best that I could have done, given the circumstances. Okay, Chain Lightning. This is a fantastic card, especially on Shun, who just naturally shocks a lot of invaders. We can, like... One of the problems is that it purges itself, but we can figure some way around it. It can duplicate itself. We can maybe, like, pull something weird with copycats. I do think it is far and away the best card here, because it's like practically a free attack. I think it's going to help us a lot against the Eclipse. Let's see. Let's just see what happens. I don't hate getting another rare card here. Although I kind of want to reroll like once just to see if we can get something else. Because yeah, should I just take the rare card? Because I think, Aegis Invaders is kind of tough. I'm not gonna hold you. Although like all shooters plus actually isn't that bad. I think I'll just take this. Like, even with Aegis Invaders, like, a bunch of shooters should not pose, like, too much of a challenge. I guess, like, one way we could minimize the effects of Aegis Invaders is by just making sure that we don't leave, like, an enemy... We don't leave an enemy on, how should I say, like, we don't leave an enemy unshielded every turn, and if we hit an enemy, we try our best to hit them again. It's gonna be kind of hard to do it with Chain Lightning, though, because I do think, like, some amount of... And we're gonna leave something shielded, which is gonna be fine. I do think I want to take care of this first. I guess there was a 50-50 that it would have hit that, which would have been pretty awkward. I did want to take care of the enemies that are, like, lower on the grid first. So that's... yeah, we don't have to deal with too many of them all at once. But yeah, other than that, this encounter looks like it's going to be pretty straightforward. Yeah, we can just coast to a pretty easy victory here. Okay, nothing too tough. And here's another rare card for us. Static Wave could be kind of awesome. What I'm really looking at, though, is a Quick Charge. This is a very, very good mana engine that can, like, actually get us a lot of mileage over the course of the game. Like, we already have Chain Lightning that you, as you saw there, could, like, build us up to, like, 3 to 4 charge, which would just get us a lot of mana every single turn. With, like, any amount of respectable card draw, that can just let us play, like, insanely long turns. Tsunami, it's a good card. I don't think our deck is quite ready for it yet. Static Wave, this is a card I haven't tried before. Push all shocked entities 2 tiles left or right. I don't think we have a great way to use this yet, other than just, like, letting Mitochondria work over, like, many, many turns. I do think it would be a better card right now against the Eclipse, but, like, we already have Chain Lightning, and I think, like, with the Eclipse, you only need to really deal with the initial wave, and Chain Lightning should let us do that, but maybe I'll come to eat my words. In any case, I am going to take Quick Charge, and we'll see where this takes us. Free Delivery, 3D Printer, neither of these work with what we've got going on in our deck. Teleport, I do think it's a good card. But I don't know, the longer the game goes, the harder it is to cast it. It is tough. It is kind of tough. Although, we could also take Galvanize here, which would draw us either our Cleave or our Slice. Overshield? I don't know. This is really tough. I think I am going to restock once here to at least try to see some better artifacts, because as it currently stands, neither of these do anything for us. Okay, asteroid belts. Asteroid belt could be something. Yeah, just keeping, like, it starts us off with 3 boulders, and then just, like, as long as we try to keep those alive, we just get an extra card every turn. I don't hate it. Eclipse is also kind of helpful with that, because it starts us off with 2 chronospheres, which are also considered items. I think I'll pick this up, and I will get rid of the jab from our deck. And after that, we're gonna move on. Oh, not doing that. Having to sink a reroll into that is always kind of painful, but believe me, it is worth it. So we will for sure do this. I think, yeah, I will just do this. Oh, right, these guys are also going to be tossing us, like, saucing us 2 separate, 2 separate extra items every turn with the autobomb, so we really do not need to worry about that, like, at all. Which I'm a pretty big fan of. I think I'll come up here. Doesn't definitely need the... Oh, that... I'm forgetting how the Eclipse works. Yikes. Nice. Yeah, off to a fantastic start here because of the Chain Lightning. Interesting. The game actually does tell you when Tick Invasion is going to be triggered. Because, like, yeah, if you're about to, like, hit someone who is gonna, like, trigger Tick Invasion for you, it will actually flash on here, that symbol. That is very strange, for sure. Yeah, we will run down here just to, like, get that extra energy so that we can trigger, like, put that into the battery pack and then use quick charge with it. Oh, this does leave us unable to use the slice here. I guess I don't fully mind things working out like this. Let's just do this. I guess we can actually just end our turn here. How bad is it looking? I do kind of want to use the mana that we have access to. I'm not gonna hold you. So we'll kill this fella. We'll draw one more card. And I think I'll actually end by going into here. Yeah, and then that's that. So, nothing too scary yet. Oh, if I do this, these fellas are gonna I'm wondering if I should just wait for this guy to... Oh wait, I can always, I guess, just kill this Chronosphere and delay this by a turn, but I don't think that's going to be super helpful. What is the solution here? Because I think we've missed out on being able to kill both of the Echoes. Maybe I did move around a little bit too aggressively. Would have been nice to cash out on at least one of them to get an extra 6,000 stars, but what can you do? I think I'm just gonna eat the one extra Doom here. Maybe. And I think that's gonna have to be okay. Retrospectors. Is there any value in that? I don't... It could run with Geothermal. I've heard rumors that this is like one of the worst boss relics or boss artifacts ever. Just because of like how utterly mediocre it is. I'm not super excited about any of these, so I am going to throw this last reroll on here and see if we can find something a little more exciting. Oh, Spirit Arcs. That has potential. Alright, sorry about that. I am back. I had to take a very quick break there, but recording has resumed. I'm making a choice between Electric Ray and Spirit Arcs here. I think we don't actually have that many ways, like great ways of giving like a bunch of invaders shock. So like Spirit Arcs would work great with Chain Lightning, but that's it. And once you get past that point, I think the speed at which we can trigger Spirit Arcs goes down drastically. If we took Galvanize earlier, I would feel a little bit better about it, but I think Electric Ray as a boss artifact has a lot of potential. It just consistently shocks a lot of invaders every single turn. That can help us with Chain Lightning. If we get more like wide range hitting attacks, it could even help us with utilized Quick Charge. So that's what we're going to pick up. And let's see what Act 2 has in store for us. Okay. Obviously we won't be able to do too much as far as like re-rolling here. I do want to just kind of go here though. Yeah, the spider webs being on the map every turn is going to help us with asteroid belts, and hopefully nothing too crazy happens here. Okay. Okay, we will actually just pass this turn here. Oh. That is strange. What else can I do this turn? I guess I could commit to this. This gets rid of that wasp, and then this lets me cleave as well. Unfortunately, not getting the most mileage out of like Mantis right here, but I think we're still going to be fine. think I'll go here then. Oh jeez, are we actually gonna miss out on, like... Let's kill this guy. Okay, I think, yes, we will be able to pick up the Time Angel, thankfully. A decent combo too. That is a little bit of solace. I really wanted to pick that up so that we didn't have to miss out on this one Chrono Token when we're already, like, down to 0. I must admit, I may have spent them just a little bit too aggressively for this first little bit. But I think we're gonna be fine now. Taking care of this Weaver next turn shouldn't be too hard, but we'll see. Yeah, easy peasy. Alright, decent payout. So let's see what we get here. Starfall, Flicker Jab, or Left Foot Jab. Flicker Jab, I guess, actually has a lot of applications because we are shocking a lot of enemies every turn. This has the chance to be like a one column or one row strike. I think I'm gonna pick up Flicker Jab here. This is a card that I haven't had a lot of chances to use because usually I'm not fully set up to use it, but she might just be the guy, especially when he also has Electric Ray. Pick this up and see what happens. I think I will come out here and like try to fight and take on a upgrade here, because something I really want is for Chain Lightning to get the Mirror upgrade, although all of its other upgrades are fine as well. Getting a Repeat is fine. Giving a Retain might actually not be that bad at all because, yeah, currently it, like, quote-unquote refunds its shock, but like if we're able to keep it in our hand, like play it at the opportune moment, it could give us like upwards of 9 charge for free. So that is an upgrade I'm going to be looking out for, but obviously, you know, we won't always get it. We'll just have to work with what we've got. This might be that's really strange. I guess, like, Asteroid Belt does not trigger on turn 1, even though it's starting with all of these. I don't fully get that one. It's cool, though. Or chill. I'm gonna want to wait here for the... Oh, maybe I shouldn't have waited here for that, now that I think about it. Yeah, we're gonna start with a quick charge. And then let's... I guess I'll do this just to make it like a little easier to work with. Then I think... we'll throw this guy in here. Oh. Let me do this. Oh. I guess that's how it works, huh? Okay. I will very happily get these viruses onto the board just so that we can pick up an extra Chrome token. These are extremely valuable, especially in this present game state. And I'm going to look to be a little more frugal with it than I have been so that we don't run out of it at an opportune time. Okay, we really need to hold off on using these Virus Plus cards that are like really gumming up the works for us here. That, or we need to try to get rid of all the viruses pronto. I guess that's the one advantage of like getting 1 million mana with quick charge. Like Slice really lets us take advantage of that and just get as much mileage out of it as we want. I really like that. Alright. Yeah, this will take care of the fight. Pretty clean overall. Pretty clean. Tactical Plus on Chain Lightning. That, or we can get a Swift on the Quick Charge, which wouldn't be bad at all. Yeah, just getting to move a little bit with it sounds very good. Although Kunai getting a repeat could also be good. I think with this deck and how like important Slice and like Flicker Jab is to our game plan, like getting this extra move for free whenever we play Quick Charge is going to be pretty huge. This is a card we're going to want to play like basically every time it comes into my hand anyways. And getting that little bit of extra mileage is going to be very nice. Okay. Ooh, Copycats. I think we're definitely going to pick up Copycats. The question is Helping Hand or Transformer? I guess another question we want to ask is like if we want to specifically take advantage, like pick up Boulder Toss so that we can more consistently take advantage of asteroid belts. Because I don't think other than this, we're going to get a chance to like consistently spawn more boulders or items on the map. And that might hurt us longer term. I think I'll just try doing this. Boulder Toss isn't the greatest card, but it's like a fine card, and I'm gonna think of this as like me investing in myself to be able to like draw more cards longer term. We're gonna do that. And I guess then it's a question of like Copycat versus Transformer. Okay. I think I'm gonna go along with this initial philosophy of like we have a really good mana engine in Electric Ray, Chain Lightning, and then you combo that into Quick Charge. I want to just believe that like if we then put enough card draw into our deck, we'll just be able to like do as much silly stuff as we want. Following along with that line of thinking, I'm gonna pick up Transformers for us to be able to convert our excess mana into even more cards, and we'll see where that takes us. Missing out on Copycat is pretty weird. I think maybe I psyched myself up too much by picking up Boulder Toss, but I think Boulder Toss will still be a fairly helpful card in giving us some global reach, and we'll see how this goes. That one is totally fine. Okay. Oh, hell. I forgot with this one you won't be able to do anything with it anyways. But I do sincerely hope that we're still going to be fine, and it looks like we will. This will actually, the Chain Lightning will actually just strike every single invader, which is going to be very nice. Let's see. I'm gonna tuck this boulder in a spot that's a little bit harder to reach. And you know what? Before that, we're actually gonna pick up glass. Alright, we're looking fine for now. I just want to like take out as many invaders, or as many apples while we're here as we can. This does put us on like a single power leftover. I am feeling pretty good about things as we stand still. Let's see. So it's these two that are going to be the problem this time around. Yeah, we're eating some down here, but I think that's going to be totally fine. This will actually give me the 2 mana back from Boulder Toss, which I do not mind at all. Okay, that will draw us the Cleave, which is also very good. Yeah, I like doing this here. This. Let me pick that up. Very good. That's right, Shun, you tell him. This does put us in a spot where Asteroid Belt is no longer going to be active, I think. Wait, why did we draw an extra card? Oh, all the apples are items, so I'm stupid. I guess we just don't need to worry about it this fight, then, which is actually a pretty good relief, a pretty big relief for me. Let's see what else we can do here. Guess I will still pick this up. This will shock both of these guys for us. Oh, that is bad. I somehow didn't realize that that's Echo would do that to us. Okay, this is looking very, very, very scary. I do sincerely hope that we don't get got by Nessie again. This would be pretty sad. Nessie's kind of my nemesis in Acts 2, man. So many times he's just been, like... He's kind of had my number. Killed me on, like, a variety of occasions. God, that was a mistake, wasn't it? I think this might be the sauce of running it down here. Yeah, I think it might just be a angle where we eat this one Doom from Nessie and we take it easy. Actually would have loved to kill this Echo last turn, but you can't have everything, unfortunately. need to draw a card here because yeah, we were getting to the point where like we have more mana than we can really know what to spend it on, so it is pretty helpful to just have Transformer as a way to draw it, but as it currently stands, it actually comes into play pretty late in the fight. Not sure how I actually feel about this, but it is what it is. I don't think we can actually fully kill Nessie this turn. But I still do think we should. We should do our best still. Uh-oh. Let's first see what we pick up with this. Yeah, that whiffing is totally fine. So I think we're going to start with this. I think then is this one. Oh, that's bad actually. Jeez. Are we gonna have to reroll here? I think we will. Ooh, this is gonna be tough. Okay, that definitely helps. Still gonna draw. Not the biggest fan of what's happening here, unfortunately. Pretty sure that, yes, the Nessie striking us actually happens before the Doom channeling, so that will allow us to barely make it in time and kill Nessie this way. That was a very close fight, but we did manage to make it. I actually had to just stop speaking at the end there because I was quite nervous. Seraphim, huh? We don't have a way to give enemies shield as freely as we might like. Maybe the play here is just to take Osmosis, because, like, yeah, I don't think we have the best deck to take advantage of Seraphim, although obviously it's gonna come with its own pack to support it. We're in, like, at the end of Act 2 already. I don't feel too comfortable doing that. The egg might be fine. Because we know for a fact that, like, if we play our cards right, Slice will always be able to take advantage of it at the very least. Although, we are kind of high on mana generation and a little low on card draw. I don't think this would also be the best deck for you picking up the egg. And Osmosis, if I understand, is just like a fine card. a fine artifact to pick. It is at once like pretty good output while also being like mana generation. I think it's going to do a lot for us. And also, I think I'm going to fish for a second chance at a mirror chain lightning, which would just immediately win us the game. There are a lot of other pretty good upgrades that we can find as well, so I'm pretty optimistic. Let's see what we find. Once again, it is really annoying that Asteroid Belt does not trigger on the first turn, but ultimately, what can you do? What do we even do this first turn? Because drawing that does not help. Maybe we just do something along these lines. Oh, that is good for what it's worth. A little bit of that. This does mean unless we get a Boulder Toss here, we will not be triggering that for the rest of the game. Okay, we at least get it. That's nice. So we'll do this. Pick this up. Draw a card. I think I will be consuming one of these. Yeah, I think then we'll just kill this Time Angel with a combo 4. It's not the most stuff that we can possibly have, but it is I think, pretty respectable amount. Yes, okay, so Osmosis actually triggers before your attack strikes, which is very nice. The rest of this fight is going to be very easy. Fight's over. Come on. Mirror Chain Lightning? Mirror Chain Lightning. Okay, that should win us the run. But, obviously, never say never. Some bad things could still happen. We just gotta stay on our toes. But this will go a long way towards making it sure, like, we have very wide reach. Electric Ray and Mitochondria are both going to help us shock a bunch of enemies on a lot of turns, and that's going to give us a lot of grind game. I think I'll pick up an artifact. People in the community have noted that, like, Stingers probably have, like, the worst common artifact pool of, like, all the pilots. After thinking about it a little bit, I am kind of inclined to agree with them. But still, I still like having at least a few of them from here, like here to there. It's like yes, it's not as good as some of the other classes, some of the other mechs as artifact pool, but I'm not gonna say no to them. It is just good fun to pick a few up and see what happens to you. Okay. Good. Yeah, I will be taking out both of these at the same time so that they do not become, one of them does not become invulnerable, which would be rather awkward. I'm gonna try to save this tick until next turn so that we can hopefully kill both of these with a higher combo, which we're gonna do right now. Excellent. Oh, gift card. Gift card is fantastic. It helps us recur 2 of our best cards in the deck every turn, which is Quick Charge and Dodge, our mana engine, and one of the best moves in our deck. Definitely picking that up. And I'm feeling very good about where we're at right now. So no cards for Static Shock. Not a huge fan of picking up Ambush at this exact moment. Hello. Hey, Perry's back. Today might be his day. I will... Yeah, I think with, like, the 1 million ticks that are running around because of tick invasion, from what I remember, the Kraken also spawns a few of them. I will be picking up Perry. I think with the rest of our money, we might as well just actually, like, thin down our deck a little bit, because this will let us remove like 3 things. Yeah, let's get rid of 2 jabs. Did we just get rid of the final jab here and I'll have like all pretty good attacks in our deck? I don't hate that. Although I'm kind of feeling like maybe we should also get rid of like one of the dashes. You know what, Jab? You're alright. We're gonna keep you on the team. And yeah, we're gonna walk into the final fight with a pretty lean deck. A very broken upgrade in the Mirrored Chain Lightning, and then like I feel fairly good about every other card in our deck. Well, that's awkward. Start us off here. A little bit of this. Pick this up. Try to draw a card. Okay. Oh, race. I think that would be fine, actually. So put me in on that. That can help me out here. I guess I can always just do this. I kind of want to just fire off that Chain Lightning, hit a bunch of them. Not exactly loving the spot we're in right now, but I think it's gonna be fine still. We are gonna... I'm gonna try to position myself in a way that we can really take advantage of that Electric Raid. Yeah, this arm is getting mighty close to us, and I don't feel awesome about that. I will go here, consume a charge, and then, yeah, I think we'll just fire off with the Chain Lightning. Dodge here is... Oh, I dodged. I was hoping to actually grab get some value out of parry there, but I think we're still going to be fine. I could really use a parry just about now. I'm not gonna hold you again, but it is obviously not like super crucial. I think we're doing just fine this fight, if you'll believe me. think I'll show right here. Auto shock. Ah, maybe I should have been here to shock 3 of them instead of just these 2. I'm wondering if like picking up parry might have been a really bad idea because of how consistently we have access to dodge. It's just kind of hard for us to really trigger it without being super deliberate. You know what? Hell. Why don't we do it just for fun? That's 2 of these. That's even more charge, and then we'll chain lightning again. Draw a card. We wait. Maybe we're not doing damage fast enough for the Kraken standards. Although I guess we are playing with Aegis Invaders still, though. That is a very worrying sign. Yeah, because like usually the Kraken is like easy pickings, man. It shouldn't be. It should not be this hard to damage down the Kraken in time. Do we still just not have enough outputs after all of that? That makes me kind of sad. I'm gonna need to deal like a lot of damage this turn. Although, yeah, I guess like the Transformers is definitely paying off now, but jeez. They're not making it easy for me, for sure. Okay, I think with this we're gonna be fine. But, oh baby. Do I not feel awesome about this? All their shields regenerate at every turn anyways. Bit of a shame, but whatever. So this thing. Yeah, I suspect we're gonna be just fine here. Good. Okay. I shudder to think what would have happened if we did not get the chain lightning there. I guess like this deck just does not have like as much output as I might have imagined. Also, it's possible that like Aegis Invaders is really giving us a pretty tough time here because of how much output it demands. But in theory, we should have a pretty good solution for it in the Osmosis. We're gonna have to deal with these two this turn. Let's hope. Oh, we don't even have to deal with the Rusher, I guess. That's nice. fine. So we will be able to do this, Osmosis, strike him. Then we can Chain Lightning this way. Something I really want to do is make sure we stay on top of things with we really need to stay on top of at least generating the one advantage that our deck is able to produce consistently, which is like a lot of mana. So let's just aim for that at the very least. Yeah, that's good so far. This one of these. Let's drawing a card doesn't do that much to it. This at least lets us get rid of that shield. Okay. And the trigger of another hit on Chain Lightning is never bad. We'll have to eat that junk no matter what this turn. But other than that, I think we can still. We should still be able to be fine here. We'll see though. Draw a card first. Kill this guy. Draw another card with Harry. That will strike the handler. I think, yeah, the last thing we have to do is just kill this guy, which should be trivial. Should be fairly simple. There we go. Fantastic. Alright, coming up on the home stretch here. This might be one of the toughest days we've had since the start of this challenge, but I don't intend to back down. I really want to keep the streak going and see where we can take this. Unfortunately, we won't be able to take advantage of Flicker Jabs here, because by moving down here, we will eat the shield with Osmosis, which means we won't be able to use it to like strike everything in the column. But I do suspect that we're still going to be fine for a few reasons. Honestly, the biggest one just being that like, we have access to Electric Ray as well as Chain Lightning, which will come up in a little bit. That is really going to help us just hit a bunch of these guys all on the same turn. So we will do this. Yeah, just an absurd amount of mana that we're generating here. I think the spontaneous triggering of all the doom up here will not happen as long as there's at least some of them still down here threatening us, but I am not totally sure on the logistics of that, so maybe don't quote me. Yes, I did just play parry, so that should give me a charge. Am I here? Yes, good. Let's leave this fella on the ground for now. Kill him. Charge from me. Oh, no, never mind. It is happening now. Ended up spinning an extra card there, but I think it's fine. We're gonna pass one more turn, and we're gonna pass one more turn so that we can get as much out of this as we can before we have to phase transition. Yeah, starting this turn with like a functional hand instead of not having one. Actually, I guess they kind of give you a turn anyways with this one heart that's here. So okay, really, you don't have to worry too much. Silly as it may be, I kind of want to wait one more turn as well. Oh, it does re-shield itself. That's tough. Wait. I will do this to get rid of one of the hearts. We'll do that as well. Okay, we will take another break here. Don't want to go too fast. Draw ourselves a card. I think this jab is going to be the least useful of everything here. Let's see. Pick this up. I do kind of want to start making use of this slice. I think it's going to do a lot for us. Pick this fella up. Well, I do love having like literally unlimited mana because you can just do some really silly stuff like this, and it's totally fine. Once again, I'm going to try to use the least useful cards, at least as I judged them, so that like we can be a little more ready for this oncoming wave of Chaos Bloom. something like an assassin would have gone very hard with this build, just like having some way to convert this like limitless amount of mana into like a more concrete form of advantage than just what we've got going on here. Actually, you know what, getting 3 items onto the board with Boulder slowly, I think that's going to help us quite a bit. That's like 1 extra card draw rate, and that's, I think, part of what we've been missing. Just like before, I'm gonna mess around with... Oh, actually, hold on. Okay, I think we're still totally fine. I don't want to celebrate too early, but this is the quote-unquote free phase. I think we've done it. I think we might have gotten there with June. On the first day of the new year as well. Hold on, did I celebrate too early? In theory, all we have to do is deal with 1 Chaos Heart this turn, so it shouldn't be too bad, and indeed it isn't. Whew. They had me sweating there for a little bit, just for a mere moment, but we did manage to get through it. Alright, skip the cutscene, you know the drill from here. Yeah. So that is going to be... I think that's going to be our PB here, isn't it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, that's a win streak of 6, baby. Before we leave, just a quick little deck debrief. Yeah, I think this deck, even though it was very good at generating mana with a combination of like Quick Charge, Osmosis, Electric Ray, Chain Lightning, it had a lot of different ways to do that. The biggest thing it struggled with was output. It did not draw nearly as many cards as I wanted every single turn. I could have used... I really would have liked like a card draw spell, or like maybe an assassin or some other boss relic that helped us draw more cards. Transformers was very nice. When you had so much mana like this, like just paying 1 mana to draw a card, which is normally like pretty bad, you're just very happy with. I ended up also being pretty glad that I picked up Boulder, because yes, its normal problem is that it's pretty expensive, but it has a lot of upsides in that it's global, it like can hit 2 to 3 things both at the same time. It ended up, I think, being very helpful in this final fight. And obviously, Mirrored Chain Lightning is just insane. This is a very strong spell. Getting to cast it like once a turn, that felt very good. Well, in any case, that's going to do it for today. Off to a great start for this new year, and I'm going to hope to keep my streak going. And in the meantime, bye!